The Burmese American Muslim Association is holding their second annual convention on Myanmar Muslim genocide awareness on June 21st at the Los Angeles Convention Center. I had a chance to speak with board member Moe Kyaw of BAMA yesterday in an exclusive interview with Voice of Rohingya Radio. Could you tell me about how the title of the convention was chosen? Yes,
the issue has been ongoing since at the beginning. Thank you for mentioning about this convention. The name of this convention is derived by the genocidal acts and the mass atrocity upon Rohingyas and the Myanmar Muslims. That brings the attention of the world community as well as our community, which is the Burmese American community. Therefore, the member of the Burmese Muslim community in America come up with the name to raise the awareness to prevent the further genocide in Burma or the genocidal act upon Muslims community and also any other minorities, and also to raise the awareness around the world that whatever happening in Burma, the mass atrocity and the genocidal acts are not acceptable. That kind of activism that we would like to bring into the world attention. That's why this convention that's why the name of this convention has been raised. And also this will be not only in 2013 and 2014, we will commemorate this atrocities and try to prevent the further genocide in Burma every year.
Could you tell me a little bit about the participants in the convention and any key speakers that you'd like to mention?
There are panel speakers, and these panel speakers, number one is Dr. Gregory Stenson, which is the president of Genocide Watch, Mr. Honorable Tom Andrews, which is the president of the United to End Genocide, and Mr. Matthew Smith, which is the executive director of the 45 Right, and Dr. Moe Kyaw, which is the Director General of the All Rohingya Union. And these panelists are very spectacular that, for example, Dr. Gregory Stanton, and their organization is the world's first organization that raise awareness and fight genocide. And they have work in Africa, such as Rwanda, Sudan, and so on. And also he is also a law professor and a genocide expert, and he also has many diplomatic and academic experience that he went through to prevent genocide as well as bringing justice to those perpetrators. And another panelist is Mr. Tom Andrews, who is the president of the United to End Genocide organization, which is another genocide fighting organization groups. He is also a former congressman from Maine, and he works in a lot of world issues and human rights violations in Asia, Cambodia, Yemen, Algeria, Serbia, and Ukraine, and all other, among others. And he is also a long advocate of the human rights issues in Burma. And Mr. Matthew Smith is also he worked with the Human Rights Watch in 2011 and 2013 and worked on Burma issue, which is the very important time for Burma that this mass atrocity is happening. And he works on the HRW report, and he was part of that report too. So whatever happening in Rakhine State on the Rohingyas, these atrocity happening on Rohingyas and right violations has been recorded and written by him. So he might have got a lot of information about what had happened on the ground. So we would like to bring him to our convention and discuss what he wrote on the reports and what the world needs to know. So that is one point that we would like to bring into our convention. And Dr. Moe Kyaw, he is Director General of All Arakan Rohingya Union. And Doctor is the professor of Pennsylvania State University Biology Department and also elected Director General of the Arakan Rohingya Union, which is the unions of all Rohingya organizations across the globe. So he is considered as the diplomat of Rohingya community. and also he is well known in the world diplomatic community as well. And he had testified in the United States Congress on suffering of Rohingya people at the hearing of the resolution HRES 114. Therefore, we are very proud and honored to have all these world-renowned experts and activists come together and convene at our convention. So we're very glad.
What message would you like the international community and perhaps the government of Myanmar to take from the convention?
Oh, yes. The message is very simple. Burma comes into the radar of genocide surveillance network that Burma had also signed on CPPCG Convention, which is the Convention on Prevention and Punishment on Crime of Genocide. Therefore, it is the Burmese government responsible to protect and prevent the further genocide based on R2P agreement. And R2P, which is responsibility to protect and bring justice to all perpetrators who committed such crime against humanity transparently before international community. Genocide or the genocidal act is an international crime, and it is no longer sovereignty and no longer sovereignty or the internal issue of Burma. There are examples that international community brought justice to genocidal criminals when Mother State failed to do so, such as Charles Taylor and Milosevic. And therefore, I will say they should pay serious attention to this issue and work hard on the ground to prevent such that not only denying, we have no genocide is not a solution to this. So there are still hate speeches going on. So I would like to say to the Burmese government that please stop hate speech and discrimination, which is the very basic fundamental spark, which is a little small fire. That spark of genocide it's very important that if they don't put out that spark, then it will explode out, and it can lead to a further genocide. So these kind of prevention methodology, they need to be discussed. And we also invited to the Burmese government through the embassy. I think our secretaries already sent out the invitation, and I hope they will come. It is an opportunity for the Burmese government to come and discuss with the world community and experts and the historians that, how they will be able to prevent such kind of atrocity. It's a shame. It's a shame on Burmese government, and also it's a shame on the Burmese people. It's shame on us too. We are Burmese too. Shame on us too. Anytime we meet with the other community around the world, and they ask, there are atrocity happening in Burma. Yes, that's unfortunate. What can we do? And we are trying to help it resolve. And it's a shame. We don't want to hear that, and it's a shame on everybody. It's a shame on ASEAN also because it's in the region that kind of shameful things are happening. So I'd like to say to Burmese government that please stop hate speech, stop any violence, and they can do that if they like to. And they like to train their own law enforcement agency not to participate in controversial and violences that states officials are involved. So they have to stop it too if there is any. So there are a lot of things that Burmese government has to do to the citizenship issues and discrimination. The discrimination is the fundamental basic fact that will start or lead to the tremendous genocide and atrocities. So that's all I wanted to say, that Burmese government has to pay very serious attention. That once it happened, then we cannot say sorry because it's already been done. So the justice, if they fail to bring justice, the world community and the international community and The Hague has to come in. So that's all I want to say. Thank you.